Nintendo has always had a wide assortment of important flagship gaming IP. The headliners for new systems has traditionally been Mario, Zelda, and Metroid, but it seems like Nintendo is done resting on their laurels for the time being. The company is set to bring another new franchise to market with ARMS on the Nintendo Switch, a colorful, fascinating fighting game with brand new gameplay mechanics that offer a fresh take on the fighting genre. ARMS features a colorful cast of cartoon characters that have different types of fists on the end of their extending robotic arms. Duking it out in small arenas in one-on-one or 2 versus 2 fights, each character has their own unique playstyle that players can learn and customize. In an ARMS battle, the gameplay is straightforward. Players fling their fists towards each other looking to land blows, curving and manipulating the angles of the arena as necessary, while utilizing things like charged attacks and grab moves in the process. With the Switch's unique control scheme, the game can be played in one of 2 ways, with the Joy-Cons as motion controllers or with the more traditional standard controller or Pro controller. Using the motion controller scheme for ARMS, it feels like an evolution of Wii Sports boxing for those that are familiar. You simply punch with the controller in hand, twisting the Joy-Con to curb your punches. While the motion sensing works great and the control style is more immersing in action, movement is a bit tougher than the traditional input of a controller. More competitive players will certainly flock to the standard or Pro controller for ARMS. In this configuration, the game plays more like another one of Nintendo's popular fighting games in Punch-Out! Instead of moving your arms to control each character's limbs, each arm is controlled by a button on the controller, using the analog sticks for curving punches. Straight down the line, we're an even split between the 2 methods. It's really going to come down to player preference. Mixing it up, Nintendo offers a handful of other modes outside of your standard arena battles. There are volleyball, basketball, and target practice game modes, giving players something different to do in what would be an otherwise straightforward fighter, which is sort of ARMS' major flaw at this point. There's really an overall lack of content to explore in the game past these spin-offs, with the game featuring only a Grand Prix mode where players look to conquer 10 different fighters in a row. There are multiple difficulty options and some can be quite challenging, but once conquered, you're really only left with online multiplayer to test your mettle. The good news is the online mode works well and is a whole lot of fun. The global beta can probably be thanked for what feels like will be a smooth online rollout. The real question for those interested in ARMS is how much do you see yourself playing online? If the answer is a lot, then ARMS is probably a good pickup for the Switch. There's a nice bit of progression in terms of character unlockables and customization that will keep you engaged if you are. While this might sound like we're a little down on ARMS' content offering, it's just that these are the game's weaker points. The upshot is that ARMS has a fantastic presentation and art style. The characters are all excellently designed and unique, with interesting little quirks and qualities that have people already picking their favorites. Music, likewise, is great. You might even find yourself humming the theme song for ARMS long after your Switch has been turned off. If anything, ARMS is a unique change of pace from Nintendo, offering their new take on the fighting genre by altering it in unique ways. For fans of online fighters, ARMS is an easy recommendation and a nice addition to the Switch's growing library. Even if your tastes don't quite line up, it's hard to imagine not enjoying Nintendo's trademark quality in terms of gameplay and presentation.